Hello everybody, my name is Comic and welcome back to a brand new snapshot video. This is Snapshot 22w45a, and in this snapshot they did also some more minor tweaks and bobs here on the Minecraft updates. So they added the bamboo blocks and the strip bamboo blocks, and they can be crafted by 9 pieces of bamboo. You used to craft 4 pieces for the planks, but that is not possible anymore. You now can make the bamboo blocks, and they look a little bit like this, and they also have 2 different textures. This looks quite nice for an aesthetic block, if I might say. Yeah, I see this a lot of in interiors. That will be great to see. But what can you do with them as well? You can strip them and they become a little bit more yellowish, looking pretty cool. I love it. You can see the green color in the bamboo, which is pretty cool. And of course, you can just make from the block of bamboo the bamboo planks. And these bamboo planks, they are really similar. They look identical. Yes, they do. It's despite from the size, I don't see any differences. But back to the point, so you can only, if you have the bamboo blocks, the block of bamboo, I'm sorry, you can only have 2 planks, where for the other wood types you have 4 pieces of planks. So when the torch is on the shulker box detached, now it has an animation where it flips out. So they did some changes to the VEX as well. So let me get a sword real quick. So they changed a little bit the VEX model and texture, and they changed its hitboxes a little bit. Why you can hit them quite much easier than they used to be. So as you can see right here, they changed the form and the giant size of the VEX a little bit. So there is also now an operator only tab, which in the inventory, which is now not visible. It is only visible when you go to options, then controls and operator items tab off. You put it on. Here we go. And now it is visible, where we have all these structure blocks, these command blocks, and these live blocks at our disposal. But of course, it's only you can only use it in a single player world or a multiplayer world where you are the operator, of course. So when you're just a normal member of the server, like I am on the NRMC, this will not be visible. You cannot use this even if there is a creative mode on that server. So what they also did, if you look right here, they have a colored blocks tab where they put on all the color blocks. There's every block that can be colored with a dye, even the glazed terracotta, the glass, the shulker boxes, the beds, and even the candles or the banners. They all put here in the color blocks, and the blocks like the wool, the terracotta, are all pulled from the building blocks here, because this tab was getting really big and they thought of just making a brand new tab for that. This tab used to be consumables, but is now reappeared with the new title, the food and drinks tab. And they also changed this tab. This used to be the crafting tab, but it's now called ingredients, because not all items that are in here are used for crafting recipes. So they also did a little bit more minor tweaks here and there in the creative inventory. They moved the consistency from the types from top to bottom. They moved the eggs so they go between the seeds and the single block plants. And they placed the climbable plants like these 2 just above the double block plants. So these one goes first, and then these 2. These 5. So in the food and drinks tab, they put the raw and the cooked version of each type of food next to each other. So you have the raw beef and the steak, the raw pork chop and the cooked pork chop, and so on and so on. So it is more convenient and you can find the same type of food next to each other. So they reordered a little bit here on the redstone blocks tab. So the more useful blocks are here on the top, and the less useful I write here on the bottom. and they removed all the types of doors and trapdoors and pressure plates because it is not really a different function. They are just to make something look more pretty. So only the oak door or the oak track door is here visible, the oak fences, gates is here visible, but not the spruce, the dark oak, and so on and so on. Here in the ingredients department, they put lapis lazuli over here with all the other ore blocks. So they moved the bottle of enchanting from the tools and utilities to the ingredients tab next here to the enchanted books. So also we have the axes here in the tools and utilities, but they also place them in the combat tab because they are also used for combat. They put all the different suspicious stews to the foods and drinks. So here are all the different versions of suspicious stew, and they added all the different pressure plates and buttons to, they used to be here in the redstone blocks tab, but they changed that, and they are all here next to the representative wood type. So the oak button is next to the oak wood, and so on and so on. They also put all lighting blocks on the top of the functional blocks tab, so they're much easier to grab, and it's also a little bit more of an oversight what type of light source you can use in your builds. Then in the tools and utilities we have all three types of fireware tokens. There's the flight duration 1, 2 and 3 here in the tools and utilities, and they also added them to the combat tab. They're the same over here. In the functional blocks tab they also put the Eye of Ender next to the end portal frame, and now you can see when you go to the search item and for example you search for a torch, you can now see for the redstone torch that you can find them in the functional blocks tab and in the redstone blocks tab. See the soul torch, it's only in the functional blocks tab, so that is something that they added as well. So that is it for major things they added in this week's snapshot. But they added some other, they tweaked a little bit on some other things as well, like the torches used to suffocate when going to rune nether portals. That is now fixed. There were performance issues with the bees finding their path to the bee nest, to the hive. That is now fixed as well. There was an issue with mobs shooting with the crossbow, that their animation wasn't really that good. It didn't look like they were really shooting from a crossbow, but that is now fixed as well. And they did a little bit more of other stuff as well, but that is going to be it for today's snapshot video. I hope you really enjoyed this snapshot video. Let me know in the comment section down below what I can improve on, and what do you think of this snapshot. Have you tried it as well? And what do you think of the bamboo blocks for 1.20? I'm really fond of the standard bamboo, the block of bamboo, but not the other one, because they don't really make a difference if you strip them or not. The fine with the planks, you don't see any difference, and it would be cool to see a little bit of a difference between them, because otherwise I don't have any idea why I should use the stripped version for this as well. And that will be it for today, so thank you much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and if you want to see what the previous snapshot was all about, then click on this video here. Goodbye!